the final fight, epic fight between Rafael
Oof.
Marquez and Israel Vazquez. That fight was held, and you've always talked about this, and we've talked about it several different times. They had obviously tremendous second and third fights. The fourth fight,
And
not so
first.
much, but
And
the
first.
first, but the second and third were both fights of the year, right? So this is the fourth and final fight that we're talking about on the anniversary, the quartet, if you will, of Rafael Marquez, Israel Vazquez.
All right. So the first fight that they had was the fight of the year. And then the second fight was later that year and it trumped it. So the only reason why fight number one was not the fight of the year was because both of them took place in 2007. Had they taken place in separate calendar years, they both would have been the fight of the year. But one was in March, and then the rematch in August of 07, the second fight was the fight of the year. And then the third fight in 2008 was the fight of the year in 2008. So the second and third were the bona fide actual voted on and picked by the organization, the BWA, I think Ring Magazine, certainly when I was working at ESPN, et cetera, as the fight of the year. And the first fight kind of got left out in the cold because it was a different calendar year. So then they fought a fourth time, and that's the one we disavow. It's sort of like the boxing equivalent of like Star Trek 5. It just does. You just forget about it. It doesn't count.
Or Rocky 5, by the way. And we could go on and
Rocky,
on down the list.
no,
Caddyshack 2 should be disavowed as well while we're talking about those. Yes.
Grease 2, I think.
Grease 2 probably as well. Yes, very nice.
So, but so anyway, the anniversary is of the fourth fight. But I said, let's talk about it, even though the fourth fight stunk and really probably shouldn't have happened. But just as a celebration of this great rivalry between them. It was Israel Vazquez's final fight. He retired at the end because he was a little messed up and probably should have had the fourth fight. He had the eye problem and everything. They ended the 4-fight series 2 wins apiece. But the first 3 are the ones that really were the big ones. They were all for WBC 122-pound titles. The fourth fight was a non-title fight, or for a regional title, if you will, at the featherweight limit. It was at the Staples Center on Showtime. Again, it probably should not have happened, but it did. And if you go back and watch any of their first 3 fights, they're absolutely spectacular. I mean, they are every bit as good as the Gaddy Ward fights and the Barrera Morales fights and Pacquiao Marquez fights. Obviously, Rafael Marquez is the younger brother of Juan Manuel Marquez. Rafael Marquez was voted into the Hall of Fame, based a lot on his exploits as a long-reigning bantamweight champion, but also because of the exploits that he had in the fights against Israel Vazquez, where again, they put on some of the greatest fights you'll ever want to see. But the fourth one was a disappointing fight, but it was a great celebration of the fantastic rivalry that these two men had.